Hey guys, thanks for stopping by to watch another video here at alliseeisW, where we talk about stocks, Bitcoin, and finance. Today, I'd like to share with you updates on the overall Bitcoin market and how that's impacted the Bitcoin mining community. We've seen across the Bitcoin mining sector, companies like CleanSpark dropping down with its share price, Mara, Riot, Bitfarm. A lot of the Bitcoin mining companies today underperformed, and that's attributed to the bloodbath that we saw with the price of Bitcoin hovering down to the low $90,000 threshold. So I think with the psychological barrier at $100,000 per the price of Bitcoin, there's so much resistance at that level. And a lot of the Bitcoin mining stocks today, it went down as a result of the Bitcoin price. So in this video, I will go through overall price targets for CleanSpark. We'll talk about the potential with CleanSpark. Is it a buy? Is it a hold? Is it your opportunity to buy more stocks right now with CleanSpark? We'll go more into details with the news with CleanSpark and what my price forecast is when we look at the fundamentals and technicals. But first off, let's go through the details that I'd like to share with you. Now we're looking at a 1 year range here with CleanSpark. Current price as of today at the end of the market, share price is at $13.03. It dropped close to about 13%. Good news is in the after hours, we're seeing a slight uptick. And the good news is that we're seeing some minor consolidation with Bitcoin right now. It's hovering at like 92,800 at the time of this video. However, what we saw earlier today was that it was hovering at the sub 90,000 tier. So lots of uncertainty that's going on here. But from my perspective, I think that just with the rise in the price of Bitcoin, I see this as a hiccup, a temporary hiccup where we do expect to see some consolidation going on. The question is whether this is going to be healthy consolidation for the price of Bitcoin. If it starts going back up, then that's going to be very good news. But most people right now are watching the price of Bitcoin and seeing how this impacts the Bitcoin mining stocks as well as MicroStrategy, an overvalued company right now, buying, acquiring more Bitcoin, building on the liquidity at a high price of like 95,000 per coin. But we'll see how this will play out. Now, current price at $13. Most of you are wondering, so will we start seeing the price of CleanSpark go back up to its prior resistance? We know several months back, CleanSpark went up to about $24. Recently, November 12th, this hovered up close to about $17. So it's down by about $4 here. And just about a couple days ago, November 18th, it hovered down to like the low $13 range. And just a couple of days ago, it went back up to the mid $15. So it's going through this up and down fluctuation right now. We know there's lots of volatility in the Bitcoin mining space, so that's nothing new. However, I do think that this is expected, but the good news is from a fundamental standpoint, with the price of Bitcoin priced in at a higher price, overall, these companies will start building on its cash flow, and that will be reflected in Q4. We didn't see that so much in the Q3 financial results, but I think these companies are building on their hash rate, advancing the throughput to mine more Bitcoins per day, as well as the price of Bitcoin increasing. And we know that the inauguration, where Donald Trump will be the president come this January. So, a lot of market sentiment that's going on right now, especially even with companies acquiring Bitcoin. The CEO of Mara even mentioned that companies should actually have Bitcoin on their balance sheet, similar to that of like Tesla. So there was a company, who now intends on purchasing Bitcoin into their balance sheet. So not only countries trying to acquire Bitcoin as a strategic reserve strategy, but we're also seeing now United States-based companies trying to copy the MicroStrategy and Mara playbook. Question is CleanSpark going to be implementing that? We'll see. And is that going to be a value add to CleanSpark's current strategy for their mining capabilities? To me, I think that with the current price of CleanSpark, the relative strength index from a technical standpoint, it's hovering low at this time here. We see it's at the 49. I think that soon enough we'll see the RSI start picking back up into the 60s, 80s. It's going to start trending up. I think that we will see more upward trajectory if CleanSpark can break through that $16.50 range. And once it breaks through that level, I can see it start climbing back up into the $20 range. Now, most of you are wondering like whether the miners will be performing this week. So on Twitter X, I had a survey here as to which Bitcoin miner will run this week, and it looks like out of the 148 votes, it looks like CleanSpark here is in third place behind Mara and Iron, with Riot being last place based on the number of votes here. So it's consistent in that we're seeing CleanSpark underperforming today, especially looking at the price here. Mara held up pretty good at minus 5.5%, with Riot minus 7.38%. However, underperforming today with CleanSpark. But as we see huge volatilities on a day-to-day aspect, the following day, we may see CleanSpark being the leading horse, which may likely come. Now, let's just take a look at the overall news with the crypto space with Bitcoin here. So there was so much money just being wiped out. I mean, a total value down to about 3.16 trillion as of Tuesday afternoon. The crypto market went down by about 3.24 on the dip, slipping below the 91,000 mark, hitting an intraday low of 90,742 for the price of Bitcoin. Here we just see the overall range here from like August through December. So to me, I think that what we see here on the close to about 99,000, getting down to these 92,000 threshold. Um, let's see if it'll have gradual support here. And if there's a consolidation, we can start seeing this pick back up, because like what Michael Saylor, the CEO of MicroStrategy, is, he's already planning a crypto party for Bitcoin to bypass 100,000 before the end of the year. So I think that there's just so much market sentiment right now, and I wouldn't be so worried about this. Healthy consolidation is expected, and we're still in that bullish run era, especially with the post-halving happening not too long ago, several months back. So everything is priced in, but I think with Donald Trump soon being in the White House, as well as other companies buying up Bitcoin, including other countries, we should see healthy consolidation as well as the price of Bitcoin rising. Now let's take a look at some news with CleanSpark. So here is an article where CleanSpark sets ambitious new hash rate target after reaching 30 exahash that was announced several weeks back. Now, what's interesting is that the company expects to surpass 37 exahash by the end of the year, and it aims to further improve their exahash up to 50 exahash in 2025. What we're seeing with Iron is that in the aftermarket today with their announcement, similar theme to what we see with other Bitcoin mining companies. But why is Iron share price going up? They announced bullish targets to get to 50 exahash by the first half of next year, and that's what's resulting in the share price catapulting up in the after hours. So this is looking good, because now the race to have an increased throughput in exahash mining of Bitcoins per day, that's really going to be a driving factor for the rise in the share price of these Bitcoin mining plays. Now, CleanSpark operates at 30 exahash of computational power, and since October 2023, CLSK, it's improved its hash rate by about 200%. That's big organic growth through its acquisitions. We know about the recent acquisition of grid infrastructure in Tennessee. That's really going to help CleanSpark build on their mining operational capacity, even though they already have sites spanning in Georgia, Mississippi, Wyoming. But their current Bitcoin treasury is over 8,049. Now, when you couple this with their actual throughput right now of like a rate of mining close to about 700 Bitcoin per month, that's really going to add to their Bitcoin reserve. They don't sell too much Bitcoin. As you can see, in the month of October, they sold about 2.78 Bitcoins. So their overall Bitcoin reserve is growing. And in addition to that, their efficiency is improving, their hash rate is expanding, they're bolstering up their business operations, tapping into the different states within the United States on top of the grid acquisition. That's going to add value to their overall hash rate business model. So this is why I think CleanSpark has the potential here to get back up into the prior resistance of 2324, which happened several months back when the price of Bitcoin was not even at the current price that we see today. Of course, we factor in variables of dilution. That's expected, but just looking at it from a fundamental standpoint, I think that CleanSpark, it could potentially 3x from here, which would be close to about $40. Whether that can be beyond that, the sky is the limit here. But I think that overall, just with the Bitcoin mining companies, it's been lagging behind other big name companies like MicroStrategy. And I believe that a lot of the profit takings in MicroStrategy, for example, in overvalued play at this time, lots of people made a lot of money, but they like to have the tendency to circulate their money into undervalued niche markets where we see the mining companies lagging behind with the rise in the Bitcoin price. So that's where my analysis tells me from a fundamental and technical analysis. And I'd love to hear what your take is with CleanSpark as well as the overall mining community. What's your price target? Are you buying? Are you holding? Are you selling? So if you enjoyed this video, please make sure to smash the like and subscribe for more related content. Thank you, guys.